All right. What is up, baseball fans? Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming, and we are back from a little hiatus with looking 8 of our Field Day Baseball Ron Guidry in 1978 replay. And again, Field Day Baseball from Greg Sovan, also creator of Fall Classic Baseball. And you can pick this up at ASG Games, and I will link that in the description later. But fun little, very simple to play, kind of an improvement, I think, on Fall Classic Baseball in terms of the batter-pitcher interaction. And we'll talk about that as we go if you have not seen this game in action before. So today, the Yankees traveled to Cleveland to take on Don Boys in the Hood and the Cleveland Indians. And Guidry, off to a little bit of a slower start in the replay than he was in real life, but was 4-0 in the real life at this point, 3-2 in the replay. One cool thing, very close, in fact, exact. He has a 1.61 ERA in the replay, and at this stage had a 1.61 ERA in real life as well, and also very close to real life, though he's pitched in the replay because I'm managing him like Billy Martin would have. He is averaging 6.3 Ks in outing per 9 in the replay, and was at 5.6 in real life. So some very good stats so far, and we will see how those hold up as they go, as Matt has joined us at the ballpark. Welcome, my friend. All right, our lineups. For the Yanks, Willie Randolph at second, Roy White in left, Thurman Munson catching, Reggie in, actually Reggie's the designated hitter today, Lou Piniella gets the start in right, Chris Chambliss at first, Greg Nettles at third, Paul Blair in center, and Bucky Effendent at short. For the homestanding Indians, it's Paul Dade in center, Dwayne Kuiper at second, and we'll do a little bit of a seventh inning fun fact on Kuiper today, recreating a couple of his more prolific calls as an announcer for the Giants. Buddy Bell gets the start at third, Mike Vail in right, Andre Thornton at first, the big cat. Willie Horton is the designated hitter, Ted Cox in left, Ron Pruitt catching, and Tom, can you hear me, Verizon at shortstop. So we're ready to go, and as mentioned, Don Hood on the mound, and he's going to face Willie Randolph to get this started. And Kevin Hayes has also joined us at the ballpark. Welcome, my friend, and let's play ball. So Randolph facing Hood, and that is going to be an right away a potential error on the second baseman. And 51, and second base error is our aforementioned fun fact guy, Kuiper, 32, and Kuiper boots that. That's going to be a one base error. So Randolph, E4 to start the game, and not the start the Indians wanted. Let's see if the Yankees can take advantage of that. As Roy White steps up, the left fielder, and here comes a pitch from Hood, and possible double on a 5-6, but Hood, and I forgot to go over the bullpen rating, sorry. Guidry had a mediocre bullpen session. Today, his hits will be 2, walks 3, home runs 2, strikeouts 7, which also gets him an automatic strikeout on a roll of 16. Don Hood hits 3, walks 4, home runs 3, and strikeouts 2. So now we are caught up with that, and the result will not be a double. Instead, a sharp line drive into center field, and Dade comes in to take that waist high, 1 down. Scampering back to first is Willie Randolph, and Thurman Munson steps up. Munson digs in, waits for the pitch, and that's going to be a drive into center field, going back near the track, running catch just short of the wall by Paul Dade, and hustling back to first is Randolph, 2 down. As Reggie Jackson steps in to face Hood, here comes the pitch, 63, and Reggie just avoids the strikeout. Instead, that is a high fly ball into right field, and camping under that is Vail. So the Yankees fail to take advantage of the defensive shortcomings of Cleveland here in the first. No hits, no runs, 1 error, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the frame, no score. And for the Indians, it'll be Dade, Kuiper, and Buddy Bell, Guidry. Swing and a miss, comes out firing, blows a high fastball past Dade, and 1 down to start the game for Cleveland. And again, anything, as long as there is a K opportunity here in the 60s, Guidry get it because he is a 7, and also a roll of 16 is an automatic. And Kuiper drives that between short and third into left field, a single, and we have our first hit of the ball game. So recipient of our 7th inning fun fact starts things off for the Indians. Buddy Bell steps in, and 14, that's going to be a ground ball down to first base, potential double play. And at first base for the Yankees, Chambliss. Let me get my chart out. Sorry about that. And Chambliss, his arm rating is all right. You know those moments where you cannot read your own writing, and his arm is an A. Jeez, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. An S for strong. All right. So double play is going to be 1-4. And gets it done, 3-6-3. So that retires a side, a very undramatic double play there as the Indians get a hit. Nobody left, and we head to the second, no score. For the Yankees, it'll be Piniella, Chambliss, and Nettles. Don Hood winds up, delivers, and Piniella loops out over the shortstop's head, and the Yankees have their first hit of the ball game to lead off the second. Let's see if Chambliss can take advantage of that and drive home our first runs. Guidry has suffered from anemic run support in this replay thus far. 15, and that's going to be a fly ball into left field. Routine can of corn out in left field for Ted Cox. 1 down. And the hard-hitting Greg Nettles comes up. Nettles looking for a 66. No, and that's going to be a swing. So he got the fastball, could not catch up to it. 2 down as Hood gets his first strikeout of the contest. And Paul Blair Witch Project steps in for the Yankees in the 8th spot. Here comes a pitch from Hood, 53. And that is going to be a drive range check on the left fielder. And Cleveland is horrible defensively. Ted Cox, however, he has a range of C. So he's one of the few, and he runs that down. Side is retired. So Yankees strand one after the leadoff single as we head to the bottom of the second. No score. For the Indians, it will be Vail, Thornton, and Willie Horton up. Here we go. Guidry pitching to Vail, and that's going to be a 45 and potential walk. That is above his walk rating. So a looping fly ball into left field. Coming in hard to take that is White. Corrals it for the first out of the inning. And the big cat steps in. Andre Thornton's got a little bit of pop in his bat. 33 home runs in 1978. Here comes a pitch from Gator. And ground ball down to Chambliss. He's going to take that himself. 3 unassisted. 2 quick outs to start the second for Gator and the Yankees. And that brings up Willie Horton. Horton, in the twilight of his career, limited appearances. 5 home runs in 78. Here comes a pitch from Guidry. Pops that up a mile high. Bucky effing Dent drifting back into left field. Roy White coming in. Dent calls him off, makes the catch, and side is retired. 3 up, 3 down. Heading to the third, no score. And the Yankees will send Dent and then back to the top of the order. So Bucky digs in against Don Hood. Here comes a pitch. 13. Drive into right field. Tailing over near the line on a run. Mike Vail brings it in. 1 down to start the third for the Indians. And thus far in playing, sometimes the hits seem a little bit low in this game. But again, to be fair, I really like the mechanics, and it's, to be fair, have to play out a little bit more than, just 15 or so games I have under my belt at this point in time. As Willie Randolph steps up, 62, and Randolph frozen by a slider on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Randolph not happy with that. Trudges back to the dugout, and that will bring up the lefty Roy White. Or, I'm sorry, batting right, Roy White, the switch hitter, hitting from the right side. 65, and that's a drive into the gap in center field, and Dade on his horse. Can he get there? Reaches up and makes the catch. 3 down. So Yankees also go down in order in the third. No score. And for the Indians, it will be Cox, Pruitt, and Tom Verizor as Eric has joined us at the ballpark. Welcome, my friend. And big shout out to Eric. He has gotten a lot of play testing in on the Glory Days college football game, which I appreciate greatly. So Cox set to face off against Guidry, and 23, swing and a miss. So Gator, his second strikeout. And we will have an update also on Glory Days college football at the end of this broadcast. Things progressing nicely, currently rating the all-time 30 great teams, which I might extend to 40, which will come with a base game as Pruitt steps in. And that's going to be the DFE in right field. So out there for Mike Vale, and that is going to be a catch. I'm sorry, in right field for the Yankees is Piniella, so 2 down. Tom Verizor, the batter. Verizor steps up, 56, and swing and a miss. Guidry, second strikeout of the inning, third of the game. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for Gator and the Yanks. As we head to the fourth, no score, each team with a single hit. It's going to be Munson, Jackson, and Piniella, the heart of the Yankees order. 32, the pitch to Thurman Munson. And that's going to be a single on 2-6, and that is indeed a base hit. As Hood, hits rating is 3, so Munson leads off the fourth with a single, and Jackson steps in now. The Cleveland crowd holding their breath as Reggie, 27 home runs in 1978 and 46. That's going to be a potential walk, and based on ball rating for Hood is a 4. So the Yankees, first 2 runners reach here in the fourth inning, and Sweet Lou Piniella has a chance to break the scoreless tie. Here comes a pitch, and 35, that's going to be a line drive into right field, and hardly moving is Vale. Runners stay put, 1 down. And the left-handed hitting Chris Chambliss eyeing that right field fence here. Comes the pitch, 33, and that's going to be a single on 3-6. Hood is a 4, so that's going to be a single. And using the action cards for runner advancement. X runner advances 2 bases on a single or 3 on a double, with 2 out. Y does the same. So Munson is an X, and Jackson, he's going to hold at second, but we have our first run of the ball game as Thurman Munson comes chugging around third base to score. Chambliss with the RBI. Yankees go up 1-0. And the crowd groans, knowing that Guidry's on the hill for the Yanks. Two different systems, definitely, for sure. I think I like both games. I probably like payoff pitch. I like payoff pitch better. Payoff pitch and inside pitch are my 1A, 1B for baseball board games. I kind of put this in the same as Status Pro, which is another game I like. This flow is really easy, very easy to get a hold of. If you like charts, it's got charts for every scenario. You can get the fast action cards here, which I prefer over having a ton of charts laid out. But the mechanics between the cards, very good interaction between pitcher and batter with the hit, strikeout, walk, home run ratings, etc. So yeah, definitely give this a thumbs up and recommend it. So yeah, fun game to play. And like I said, just below inside pitch and payoff pitch, my 2 favorite at the moment, but it's up there and definitely worth the purchase in my opinion. All right, so Nettles up now. Runners on first and second, 1 down. Looking to cause more damage, and that is indeed going to be more damage as Nettles drives that right back up the middle. And run with risk versus outfield arm, so that is going to be into center field. And in center field for the Indians, Paul Dade has a very good arm. And we are not going to chance it. So the bases are going to stay loaded. With as much trouble as Guidry has had getting run support in this replay, I do not want to make an out at home. So one down. Bases juiced with Yankees, and the anemic hitting player steps up. A stellar 176 average in 1978. 63 and 63 avoids the strikeout. Sacrifice fly into right field. So that's going to bring home Jackson from third. So Blair gets it done. Sacrifice fly RBI. Yankees go up 2-0, and Bucky F. and Dent with runners on first and second. Here comes a pitch from Hood, and swing and a miss. Bucky Dent. No Fenway heroics here as he strikes out the threat. But the Yankees collect 3 hits and a walk, leave a couple, but they plate 2 runs. We head to the bottom of the frame, and Gator has a 2-0 lead to work with. Let's see if he can hold that as it's top of the order for the Indians. Dade, Kuiper, and Buddy Bell. Here we go. Gator ready to go to work. Ground ball down to Nettles. Nettles charging hard, picks it up, whips it across to Chambliss. 1 down. Yeah, and to answer your question, most results are really that easy. Coming almost exclusively off the batter's cards. And then, of course, here you have your ratings checked, which quick glance at the score sheet to see if it is a hit or an out. So, yeah, very, very smooth, very easy to play. And Kuiper, he's preening for that 7th inning fun fact spot as he gets his second hit of the day. And he's got both of Cleveland hits thus far. Buddy Bell steps up now. 14, and that's going to be a potential ground ball. Double play down to Chambliss. Can he turn it again? 4 or less? Yes, and that's going to be 3-6-3. Chris Chambliss working magic, and coincidentally, that is the second 3-6-3 double play Buddy Bell has hit into following a Kuiper single. So they're going to have some words back in the dugout, but for now, we head to the 5th, and Yankees hold it 2-0. Willie Randolph set to hit. Don Hood steps up, gets a sign, kicks, delivers, and 4. That is going to be a base on ball. So Willie, a very patient hitter, very prolific at drawing walks. In 1978, he'll start the inning at first as Roy White steps up. White 0 for 2, 2 flyouts to center field, and 3-3. That's going to be a hit. So 3 on the single range, and that's going to go into left field. And run chart assist chance home, or second to home on a single, or first to home on a double. And that will not be applicable. So runners will hold at first and second. So nobody out. And once again, the Yankees are threatening. Thurman Munson up. Hood getting some soothing words from his catcher, Pruitt. He's ready to go now. Here comes a pitch, 26, and against a left-handed pitcher, which he is. That's going to be a single, advance 2. So Willie Randolph comes in to score. Yankees go up 3-0. Stopping at third is Roy White, and 3 straight base runners here in the 5th. And in the Cleveland dugout, we have some activity around the bullpen phone. Nobody up yet, but still nobody out. Reg Jackson, the batter, 45, and base on ball is 5-6. Hood is a 4. So that is going to be a fly ball to shallow left field. Runner on third is going to hold. 1 down, runner still at the corner as Lou Piniella steps up. Sweet Lou has singled and flown out to right. Here comes a pitch, and that's going to be a single into left field. And potential assist. So in left field, are we going to try and go to third? We are not. So White comes in from third, and Thurman Munson's going to stop at second base, and the Yankees extend their lead. It is now 4-0, and that's going to get some activity going in the Cleveland bullpen. And up and loosening up is the right-hander, Dan Spillner. So short leash now for Don Hood as the Yankees extend the lead to 4-0. And Chris Chambliss, who had an RBI single his last time up, steps up. Here we go. 26, the pitch to Chambliss, and that is going to be right-handed pitcher. No, that's going to be a pop fly into foul territory. Ranging over near the dugout is the third baseman, Buddy Bell. He pulls it in, second out of the inning. 2 runners on still. Yankees 2 runs in already. And I don't know how the hell that got there, but Greg Nettles steps up. Here comes the pitch. And Nettles, that's going to be a single into right field. And Munson's going to try and come around to score the assist rating for the right fielder. Mike Vail has got to be an 11. Here comes the throw to the plate, and Munson in there ahead of the throw. Yankees go up 5-0, and going over to third, they are nickel and diming Cleveland to death here. 5-0 is the score. Runners on the corners, 2 down. And Hood, this will be his last batter regardless, 2 down. Here we go. Here comes the pitch, 65, and it's going to be a high fly ball deep into center field, and Paul Dade runs that down. So the Yankees, after sending 7 men to the plate in the 4th, send 8 here in the 5th, score 3 runs. And Guidry has the most comfortable lead yet in this replay. We're going to close the book on Hood. So Don Hood, 5 innings pitched. And he actually did not surrender a hit until that 4th, and then the floodgates opened. So 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. And Hood struck out 3 and walked 2. All right, so his day has come to an end, and when Cleveland takes the field next, it will be Dan Spillner. And we'll roll Spillner's bullpen session here before we proceed. All right, so Spillner's base ratings is a 3.3 for hits, and that's going to get bumped up to a 4. So that's not going to help Cleveland's cause. His ratings for a walks, 2.9. That's going to become a 3. Home runs is a 0.6, and that's going to get bumped up to a 1. And strikeouts is a 6, and that will remain a 6. All right, so Spillner is ready to go. And Gator set to face in the bottom of the 5th inning for Cleveland, Mike Vail and Andre Thornton and Willie Horton. Here we go. Gator steps up. Sharp line drive into left field, and that's going to be right at Roy White. He barely had to move to haul that in. 1 down. Gator working on a 2-hitter, both hits courtesy of Dwayne Kuiper. Here comes a pitch, and 36. That's going to be a line drive into center field. Paul Blair, the defensive whiz out there, runs that down in the gap. 2 outs. Willie Horton, the batter. Horton today is 0 for 1. A pop fly to the shortstop, Bucky Dent, 44. And it's going to be a ground ball down to Dent, 6-3 on the putout. Another easy 1-2-3 inning for Gator. He has faced the minimum thus far through 5, courtesy of 2 3-6-3 double plays. It is 5-0 heading to the 6th. And for the Yankees, Dent, and then back to the top of the order. And Bucky Dent greets the new pitcher, Dan Spillner, with a single back through the box. The Yankees, again, punch and Judy's today. 8 hits, every single one of them a single. So Willie Randolph up, 1 down, runner on first. Spillner kicks, delivers, and that is going to be a potential triple. So 25 will be a triple, 41 hit by pitch, otherwise a line out. And 51, that's going to be a line out. And let's see who that goes to. All right, line drive, and that's going to go to the first baseman. just getting back to the bag safely is Dent, so 1 down. L3 for Willie, and that brings up Roy White. White, 1 for 3 today, single and a run scored, 2 flyouts. Here comes a pitch, and White checks his swing, but a peel down to first. He went strike 3. So White goes down, got caught in between on a slow curve. That brings up Munson. Munson, good day at the plate. 2 for 3, 2 runs scored, and a ribby. Here comes the pitch to Thurman, and that is going to be a sharp line drive, and that's a 3, and that goes to the first baseman as well. So 2 sharply hit balls down to first, and nice plays by Thornton on both of those. Yankees are retired. They get a hit, leave 1. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 5-0, New York up. And for the Indians, it's going to be Ted Cox, Ron Pruitt, and Tom, can you hear me now, Verizon? Guidry, set to deliver. Here comes a slider. Cox swings over the top of that. Looks foolish doing so. Second time he has gone down on strikes today. 1 down. And for Gator, that is strikeout number 4. Next up, Ron Pruitt, and Pruitt, he's going to drive that into the hole between short and third hit of the day for the Indians. Pruitt takes a big turn at first base and quickly scampers back as the ball comes in. Tom Verizon now the batter. No problem for Gator, and that's going to be a sharp line drive into center field, and coming in to snag that on the run, Paul Blair, 2 down. And finally, Guidry will go above the minimum number of batters faced as we go back to the top of the order. Paul Dade, 0 for 2, ground out to Nettles and a strikeout. Here comes a pitch from Gator, and that is going to be a single one-base potential error on the right fielder. And 52, so for Piniella in right. $35 or less, and 53, no error. But the Indians now have runners on first and second. 2 down, and easily the roughest inning Guidry has had to deal with thus far as Dwayne Kuiper steps up. Kuiper has been the thorn in his side today, 2 for 2. Here comes a pitch. Can he do it again? And a drive into right field deep, going back near the corner. Piniella makes the catch. So Kuiper gave that a ride, but in the end, the Indians strand 2 as we head to the top of the 7th. It is 5-0, New York up. And again, Kuiper will be our abbreviated 7th inning fun fact today as the Yankees set to send Jackson, Piniella, and Chambliss to the plate here against Spillner. And Spillner toying with Reggie Jackson, a slow bending curve that buckles Reggie's knees. Strike 3 called. Reggie 0 for 3 now. He does have a walk and a run scored. That brings up Lou Piniella. Piniella 2 for 3, single and a ribby. Here comes a pitch, 31, and that's going to be his second hit of the day as he drives that into left field on a line. So Spillner, second hit, he is surrendered. Yankees runner on first, 1 down for Chambliss. Chambliss today 1 for 3 and an RBI. And of course, all of the Yankees hits have been singles, as previously mentioned, 23. And that's going to be a drive into center field, going back deep near the track. And Dade pulls that in, out number 2. Greg Nettles, a batter. Nettles, 2 for 3, also has an RBI today. Here comes the pitch to Greg, and that's going to be another single. What else? And run with risk versus outfield arm. So that single goes into right field. And in right field, Mike Vail has a weak arm, so that does not bode well. Or actually, it doesn't go off the arm, my bad. It goes off the base runner rating, so X. So 1 to 3. Here comes the throw, and just getting in ahead of that 1 to 3 is safe. So Piniella on third base. And the Yankees runners at the corners again, and that's going to bring up Paul Blair Witch Project, who is 0 for 2, but he does have a ribby on a sacrifice fly. Again, 176 hitter. Here comes a pitch. Ground ball down to second base. And Kuiper's going to take care of that easily, which will lead right into our 7th inning fun fact as the Yankees strand 2. So we're going to focus on Kuiper, of course, longtime announcer for the San Francisco Giants. And he's actually had opportunities to make some fairly iconic calls. He called Bond's 715th home run to pass Babe Ruth. Of course, Hank Aaron had the record then, but still an iconic call, and that is actually considered the official call for Bond's 715th, because the radio announcer, Dave Fleming's microphone cut out at the exact moment the ball was hit, so there is no radio call of that home run. Kuiper also made the call of Bond's 756 home run, and a radio broadcast call does exist of that, credited to John Miller, which is considered the historic call for that home run. So let's recreate Kuiper's record-breaking 756 home run by Barry Bonds call. Here we go. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Bassick deals. Bonds hits one high, hits it deep. It is out of here. 756. Bonds stands alone. Simple, basic, and to the point. And of course, his other iconic call was the Giants. Giants winning the 2010 World Series, as I butcher the fun fact. And that was the Giants' first title since 1954. So we will recreate the call there of the final out of the 2010 World Series. Here we go. Cruz waiting on Wilson. And the right-hander for the Giants throws. Swing and a miss. That's it. The Giants, for the first time in 52 years, the Giants are world champions as they come pouring out of the dugout. Circling Brian Wilson, the bullpen flying in from left center field, dancing, hugging. You can't help but think this group is celebrating for the Say Hey Kid or Will the Thrill, celebrating for number 25, and celebrating for all you Giants fans, wherever you are. Giants fans, this party is just getting started. So there is our 7th inning fun fact, recreating a couple of Dwayne Kuiper's more iconic calls. His brother is also the play-by-play guy for the Oakland A's, and his other brother is a producer who produces his broadcasts with the Giants. So the family very involved in baseball broadcasting. And now we're going to see if his team can get involved in putting bat on the ball as Guidry comes out, bottom of the 7th. Pitching a shutout, Buddy Bell leads it off. Here comes a pitch, 21, high drive into right field, Piniella near the warning track, and that's going to stay in. Now to start the 7th as Guidry looking strong, twirling a 4-hitter thus far. Mike Vail, the batter, he is 0 for 2, 2 flyouts to Roy White. 63, here comes a pitch, and swing and a miss. Vail can't catch up with the high heat. Strikeout number 5 for Gator, 2 down in the 7th. Andre Thornton, the batter. Thornton is 0 for 2, ground out and a fly out to center, and Thornton checks his swing, appeal, and he held up. That's going to be ball 4. So Thornton trots down to first base, and that is Gator's first walk of the ball game. So Munson wants to come out and talk to Guidry. Guidry motions him away. He says, I'm fine. Let's get back and get this batter out. Willie Horton is that batter. Here comes a pitch, and that's a line drive into right field, and Piniella, ranging to his left, pulls that inside, is retired. So the Indians strand one here in the bottom of the 7th. Going to the top of the 8th, it is 5-0 New York up, and Guidry cruising. It's going to be Bucky Dent, Randolph, and Roy White. Dan Spillner still on the hill and in the Indians bullpen. We do have some action down there. Dave Freisleiben is warming up. All right, 56 to Bucky F. and Dent, and that is going to be a ground ball down to third base. So 5-3 on the putout, and Spillner looking to complete a 3-inning stint here as Willie Randolph steps in. Randolph today reached on an error and has reached on a walk and scored. Has also struck out and lined out. Here comes a pitch. 54. We're going to the field day charts, folks. And field day charts, bases empty, double to right field. They're trying to stretch it into a triple. Refer to the right fielder's assist rating and roll a D6. If D6 is equal to or less than the assist rating, he is out. All other runners advance 3 bases. All right, so right field. Right field is Mike Vail, and I'm actually going to have to look at his card. I did not write that down. All right, so this is going to have to be a 1. Randolph drives that deep into the gap, and he's going to try for 3, stretching it. Here comes a throw in from right field on a hop and gunned down at third. What a throw. It had to be perfect from Vail, and he nailed it. So Randolph gets credit for it, and then that's the first extra base hit of this ball game, by the way. And then 9-5 on the putout, 2 down for the Yankees. And Randolph will undoubtedly have to pay the Kangaroo Court for that one. Hopefully no other damage with the big lead. Roy White steps up now, 53, and that's going to be a drive into left field, and left field range rating for the Indians. Ted Cox is a C, and that is going to be a single. And that actually would have scored Willie had he not chose to get a little reckless there. So Yankees looking for a little 2-out insurance. Thurman Munson the batter. Here comes the pitch, 64, and Spillner, he is a 6, and swinging a must miss for Thurman. Sorry, as the Yankees strand 1, and they are retired here in the 8th inning, holding that 5-0 lead. Gator back out for the bottom of the 8th. And we'll close the book on Spillner for the Indians. So Spillner, not a bad outing. Did give up 5 hits. Unfortunately, the Yankees base running cost them. So no runs, and he struck out 1, 2, 3, and did not walk anyone. All right, so Freisleib in the bullpen roles. His base hit rating 3.5. That's going to go up to a 4. Base walk is a 5.2. That could be bad. Goes up to a 5.7, so that will remain a 5. Home run rating 2.8, and that's going to become a 3. And finally, strikeout rating is a 2. It's going to stay there. All right, so the Yankees will get 1 crack at him in the top of the 9th. Meanwhile, back to the action as Philip Reynolds has joined us. Welcome, buddy. So, yeah, it's made by the same guy that makes Fall Classic, Philip. So very, very similar ball game or cards and dice game. The one thing that is different is the batter-pitcher interaction. You don't go off the pitcher's cards for any outs. The ratings that they have will tell you on the batter's card if certain results, such as a hit or an out, strikeout or a regular out, walk or an out, etc., occur. But flows very well. Actually, to me, plays much smoother and slicker than field day baseball, which is also a very good game. But yeah, that's why the cards look familiar. Same creator, Greg Sovan. All right, so Ted Cox, who was struck out twice, leading off the 8th for the Indians, and that's going to be a sharp ground ball down to Nettles. Charging in, whips that across to Chambliss, 1 down. And Ron Pruitt, who singled his last time up, one of only 4 hits the Indians have acquired today. That's going to be a drive deep into center field. Paul Blair on his horse in the gap near the warning track, reaches up, makes the catch, 2 down. So Guidry still looking very fresh, and pitch count's good. Tom Verizor, the batter. Verizor 0 for 2 today. He has a strikeout as well. And 42, that's going to be a ground ball down to Willie Randolph. Short sidearm throw to Chambliss, and the Indians Quick work here in the 8th. We head to the top of the 9th inning. Our score, New York 5, Cleveland 0. Gator looking to get the shutout, and it'll be Friesleibin facing Jackson, Piniella, and Chambliss for the Yankees here in the top of the 9th. 42, and based on ball 5 rating is going to Reggie on with a free pass. So second walk of the day for Reggie. He's also struck out and flown out twice. Lou Piniella, the batter. And Sweet Lou, that's going to be a drive deep into center field. And Dade, plenty of room, though. The ballpark holds it in for him. 1 down. Chris Chambliss, the batter. And Mark Jones, Peter Jackson will defend his heavyweight strap against the upstart Jack Dempsey in what should be a very entertaining battle. Could be a rough go for the Manasseh Mauler in his crack at the title there. 42 to Chambliss. And that is going to be a potential walk, and it will be indeed a walk, as again, Friesleibin rated a 5. So 2 runners on via free pass, 1 down. Greg Nettles, the batter. Nettles is 3 for 4 today. Strikeout, 3 singles, a ribby. Here comes a pitch, 46, and that is in bad territory. And Friesleibin has walked. The base is loaded. He's rolling 40s like it's Taco Tuesday today, and sacks loaded. Blair, the batter. Blair, of course, only a 176 hitter. Not much cause for concern as he lines that into left field. It's shallow, and that is not going to get the run across, as scampering in to pluck that is Ted Cox. So 2 down, bases loaded for Bucky F. and Dent, and Bucky Dent. Could we see a grand slam from Bucky? A 55 would need to be rolled. 25 is not going to do it, and possible hit by pitch, though. 31 or less, and 12 or less will be a triple. 21, and Friesleibin plucks Bucky Dent. That's going to force in run number 6 for the Yankees. And in the dugout, there is some cursing going on, and not happy with Friesleibin in his wildness, but they're going to let him in there to leave him in to suffer. As back to the top of the order, Randolph steps up. Randolph, of course, very prolific at drawing walks, and instead this is going to be a high, deep fly ball to center field. Dade settles under that. Side is retired. But the Yankees, a little 9th inning insurance. It is 6-0 as Gator comes out and looks for the complete game shutout. So the big cat was a preacher too, huh? That's pretty cool. As Mark Jones shares his Cleveland baseball memories with us. Appreciate that. And guys, as we close this out, if you have enjoyed this dominating Guidry performance, please smack that like button. And, of course, beer sales ended in the 7th inning, so enjoy the last of your cold ones as Guidry set to face Paul Dade. 16, ground ball down to Bucky Dent behind second, plants his feet, throws, and just retired by his step at first. 1 down. And Gator getting ready to pitch to Kuiper, who again has 2 of the 4 Indians hits, and also couple of his more famous calls, a subject of our 7th inning fun fact. Here comes a pitch to Kuiper, 26, and against a right-hander would have been a single, but Gator slinging it southpaw style. It's going to be popped up a mile high right behind third base. Nettles drifting back, bounces to his right and pulls it in. A towering pop-up for out number 2. Buddy Bell, last chance for the Indians. Here comes the pitch. Gator, 42, and Gator is going to make it a little climactic as he walks Buddy Bell. And that is free pass number 2 issued by Guidry today. Now Vail 0 for 3, struck out his last time up. Here comes the pitch, 61, and Gator ends the game in style. High fastball, swing and a miss, strike 3. And that is your ball game, folks. So Guidry, an outstanding performance on the hill. We'll get the line scores added up for you here. All right, here we go. Guidry, first of all, goes the 9-inning distance and picks up win number 4. He is now 4-2 in this replay. Gives up 4 hits, No runs, a couple of walks, and ends the day with 6 strikeouts. So outstanding performance by Gator, and he'll definitely get the game ball in this one. So your final line score, the Yankees, 6 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Indians, 0 runs, 4 hits, and no errors. Gator, win number 4 in this 1978 replay, and would like to, of course, take the time to thank everybody at the ballpark. Matt, Steeler fan 1933. He has got a Glory Days Boxing Universe up on Operation Sports Forums in the other sports dynasty section. Check that out. He has literally replayed. How many fights are you up to now, Matt? I know you're well over 1,000. Kevin Hayes, appreciate you stopping by. And Eric C., again, thank you for your help in testing Glory Days College football, my friend. Philip Reynolds, appreciate you. Always good to see you, my friend. And yeah, check out this game. Highly recommended. Mark Jones with the Dempsey-Jackson fight on tap with Glory Days Boxing. Thanks for stopping by the ballpark. And Matt, over 1,900 fights. Wow. Amazing. Hey, Wesley, appreciate you stopping by. Guys, hope you all have a great night. And again, please hit the button. And we'll be back. Got to get a little bit more frequent here. I've been like a 3-week hiatus now, but we'll get some more Glory Days Boxing up and also some more college football replay. And we're going to go back to our 1921 payoff pitch Babe Ruth or Yankees replay. And it's been a while for that one. So lots of stuff coming up, guys. Hope you all have a great night. Anthony with Bleacher Bums Gaming. Take care. Keep rolling, and we'll see you.